Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor today, and we are doing a house, a family farmhouse with a little guest house out the back. I sent some images, some friends and family, because I wanted their opinions on which your photo, like which style they liked the best, and it came down to two, and I couldn't decide between the two. So I decided, uh, just do them both. So yeah, that's either I guess you'd say. Um, and the first one, the one that I'm currently doing, a very I don't know, very sweet and um country styled home. Um, Great for if you have a young family, about to have a young family, and then there's a little guest house out the back, which I imagine that's something like that. I also will apologize in advance because I um halfway through building I got a FaceTime. So I was very distracted and build it. I did end up pausing and coming back. So not that bad. However, still obvious that I'm a bit distracted. Um, yeah, it's this. So this one's a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It's got a little office, well, a little kid, and I kept um like the nature gardening bit. I kept that very much to a minimum. We wouldn't want, like, the family who lived here, probably a million plants and whatnot for the. That's easy to maintain. So this room here is a child probably about to go off to school, not have gone off. And then this bedroom is who is still in, starting to grow out of it. I don't know. Um, Sorry, microphone. Everything. There are a few mistakes I've made with this build, and I don't know if they're necessarily mistakes that I've made. Some of them are definitely 100%. Some of them, like when I was taking photos of the bunk bedroom, the room didn't have a chair or the thing on the desk, which I was sure I did, but obviously now I can see. And I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it went. So I did put the chair in before I left. Before, like, I haven't uploaded it yet. I'm gonna upload that once I have this scheduled. I wish you could schedule upload gallery, but that's probably. Um, but yeah, the ensuite bathroom. I changed the color of the cabinet, and they changed back, which confused me thoroughly because I don't remember. I remember changing them, sorry, but I don't remember them changing them back. So I don't know how one of them got back to that original color. But whatever, I figured it out in the end. Oh, I changed it. But that was pretty much it in this house that I really had an issue with. But I did have, I think it was one mistake I made in the other build, which, to be honest, I have not gone back to. Um, I probably should, but I just kind of funny. And I really like what I've done with this bedroom. So this is the master. Um, and it is very simple, but I like all the shelving that I've put around. I did use smaller shelving so that when you are sitting or laying in bed, you don't just sit up and headbutt it. It's still like you, I'd imagine, maybe something. But I don't know. I have no idea what I don't know what I'm. Which I don't know if you know by now, but that's the norm. I never know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, this build's much more of a, I would say, a modern farm build rather than a traditional farm build. Um, I guess you'd even casual. The a little bit of the vibe, but still very modern. The white floorboards. I I looked up so photos of just farmhouse in, and I got so overwhelmed with how many different styles within the farmhouse style there were. So like a little match of them all, I guess. But I did feel like a lot of the rooms are so white and overbearingly white that I did change up a bit of the style coloring. I really wanted to have a like a butler's pantry and put a washer dryer in there, but it just made the kitchen awkward. I mean, I could have done it. I could have adjusted things a different way, but it felt so awkward that I just um and instead we end up with this extremely large kitchen. Um, it is huge. I also apologize if you can see flower in the background. That's probably but instead of having all of the cabinets up, I wanted to put shelving. Because I saw some photos of some really nice wooden. Then having the paint go into the shelf and you could see it, and I just didn't want to have to try and work around that, so I just put shelves in, and I quite like it. I do jump around a little bit here and there between rooms, but yeah, this is the kids' study. You're able to hear him. It's like a kids' study playroom. So I imagine where the kids do arts and crafts. This is where they do, if they want to read or, when the kid eventually goes to school, they might do their homework in here. It's just a little. I do call it a playroom. I imagine that's what it used to be when the kids were younger. Now they've kind of transformed it a little bit into a bit of a study room so that the kids can do work or craft or whatever. And then this is their bathroom, and it does have a shower and a bath because young kids usually get bathed and older kids generally shower, so it's a bit of a timeless bathroom in that sense. Um, yeah, so when the kids get older, they can still shower, but if they don't, then it doesn't matter because they've still got the option of the bath there. Um, Also, if they get pets in the future, I'm sorry if you can hear weird noises in the background. That is one of my cords moving around. Yeah, in the future, if they get a pet or whatever, they can still use the bath to if they have a dog and the dog needs to get a wash or the cat or whatever. Um, uh, yeah, and I put a little like a high chair, yeah, high chair in for the toddler. That's just like the little family nook. They usually eat there. And then when they have people over, they'll eat at the bigger table because obviously you can fit more people at a bigger table. Um, and it's a big kitchen, so they can do a lot of cooking for a lot of entertaining. Um, and yes, even though it is not a huge entertainment house, it still has the capabilities of entertaining. Um, and it's very simple and clean. Like normally I do quite simple clean builds, but this takes it just to that next extra level where there's almost nothing. Like it's almost show homey. There are like a few bits and pieces like the I guess at the moment I think there's a dragonfly at the moment, but I think I changed it to a frog that's on the counter there. Like yeah, it's just quite interesting to see the different ways that I furnish things. And normally I'm very I wouldn't say very, but like I'm quite simplistic in how I furnish things. Like in the master bedroom, it just feels really empty to me. Um, and even in here, I still feel like in this office it's pretty simple. Um, because there's just not much in there. But again, this might be a very simple household who don't like to have a million billion things hanging about. Um, but yeah, I tried to keep it as simple as possible because, when you do have young kids, you generally try not to have so much stuff around, especially stuff that they could like get into. And like a lot of the plants that are used in this build are off the ground, like in tall pots that the kid definitely wouldn't be able to pull over or anything like that. Or, um, yeah. I did put a plant just then into the older kids' room, but I'm assuming they're old enough to understand. Hey, don't throw the plant around or whatever. Yeah, this is the guest house or the grandparents' suite or whatever. Now these are pretty cool grandparents in my mind. If this is where the grandparents live, because they just have the most random stuff and it's pretty cool. So I guess we'll see once I actually get to it. Once we get into that build. Um, this one is also a two. Oh, this one's 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, but the second room is kind of like an office as well. I imagine that the grandparents who live here or whoever lives here has like sometimes they'll have the kids stay over or whatever, but they generally tend to stick on their own here. And yeah, they've got a really nice space as well. It's less farmhousey, but still quite nice. It took me forever and a day in my mind to figure out how to do the stairs. I think at one point I even pause and come back, which you guys won't see because I stopped the record. But I think I ended up going to have like lunch or something. I think it's around this point when I'm fixing up the windows. I pause about here and then I go off to lunch. So this is me coming back again to try and sort it out because it was frustrating me to no end. Especially because I was like, if I want to do the living space off to the left, I don't want to have to. I don't know what to do with that space at the front. Make a little sitting area, I guess. I don't know, but it took me some time to try and figure that out. But eventually I did, and I quite enjoyed what I did. Um, and instead of using a lot of the lighter tones that I used in the main house, I do change it to a bit of a darker tone, which I don't know, just it looks really nice. And it's I guess different to what I usually do. I have to keep popping over back to the main house because I can never find anything like there are a few things I know where to find and I can find them without any trouble, but other things would not find them to save my life. So I have to keep occasionally popping over there to grab a few things. Now this part of the bedroom here is so simple. I could have added a seat or something like that, which I probably should have. But this is pretty much it. Um, it's pretty boring, and I think I just got very distracted with trying to like, oh, I've got to do this room and I got to do that room. I didn't really sit down and look into that room and go, okay, here's what I'm gonna do with this room. And I feel like that mainly is just with the master in this house. I'm pretty happy with the rest of them. It also did take me like, I think it was just under 4 hours. So that's why I start to make a few mistakes here and there towards the end. Like in this landing space, I make the stupidest mistake because I wanted to use an item and I put it up there. I was like, okay, I'll come back and finish furnishing it. And I never did, so that item just is sitting there waiting. Like, it's just still in there on the ground. And no, it's not that carpet because I did take that carpet away. But yeah, I'm besides the few mistakes here and there that I made or the random disappearing objects, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I did forget to put an outside bin. That is fine because I will add one before I upload it. I think that's the only thing I forgot to upload. Forgot to add. Other than the upstairs area, which you guys will probably see quite soon. But yeah, I had quite a bit of fun with it. I always say that. I always say, oh, I really enjoyed this build and I had a but I really do enjoy building, and I really do enjoy sharing it with you guys. And I know, whatever, you say that every week, but like it's just honest fact. Yeah, the grandparents have fish and a cat, so that's why there's all the cat stuff everywhere. And they cycle a lot, or one of them does. That's why they would have bicycle. Yeah, so this is just so much fun, and I'm so glad that I can share it with you guys. And I know that most of the people who are watching are like a few people who I know, but I really do appreciate it because it shows that, my builds are actually worth watching. I don't force any of you to watch, and yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching it and usually making it all the way through. I don't think I could watch myself all the way through because it's, for me, super embarrassing and super awkward, especially when I hear things like the leaf blower in the background, because it just doesn't feel good to me. I don't like it, and I prefer it to sound just to have me in the background rather than me sounding like I've not drunk water in 60 years and having the leaf blower in the background. But this is the hand I've been dealt, so this is the hand that we're going with. I do the backyard up a little bit for kids' entertainment. So, there are playthings for the kids out there. I didn't put any fences up because I just don't like the look of any fences in The Sims. They all just look. I mean, for a fence that goes around the outside of the house, I don't like any of them. They don't fit. They don't look nice. So I'm just not gonna put fences up really. And I didn't put one around the pool because I again don't really like the fences and I don't like the gates. also, when I was taking these photos, I could not get the weather to be right. I couldn't be bothered to wait any longer, so we're dealing with what we got. But yeah, no, I actually think I'm starting to improve quite a bit with my builds and having new and different ideas. And I've never done a bedroom where you walk through the wardrobe to get to the bedroom. Um, a lot of the stuff it's so hard to do differently, but I'm really liking how I'm changing and adjusting how I do things. And I've never had a play or study room for the kids in there before, and it's I'm pretty happy with it. And let me know down below if you guys like it, or what you would change, because obviously we'll all have different opinions. Oh, I love that study. Yeah, let me know also down below if you do end up using this, and your Sims families who live there. So, do you have a family of 4 with the grandparents, or do you have just one person who lives there, or are you trying to fit like 6 different people into one house and 10 into the other, or what let me know down below how you use this house, and link your gallery ID if you end up renovating it, because obviously this might not be perfect for your Sims. So yeah, I'd love to give them a look over, and I'll definitely leave a comment if I come and have a look. But yeah, this has been quite a long build. Like I said, nearly 4 hours. I'm pretty impressed with the end result. Again, disappearing chair, don't know where that went. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see next, please let me know down below, and I will definitely take them into account when doing my next build. Alright, see you guys!